mom, right? Her mom started dating her sister's ex-boyfriend right after they broke up. Like,
That
yeah.
okay? Do I know this person?
You may have met her. I can't remember.
I want to ask names. I really do, but
Oh, it's
I
Shayla. You can ask me. That's fine. I don't care. It's not like
Shayla.
she's gonna listen.
I feel like I might actually know. I might know her.
She works with you.
That that doesn't tell me anything.
I mean, that's true. There's like 9 billion people in there.
Exactly.
Plus, Joey disassociates for 12 hours at a time.
That's
So,
true.
hey, don't
Yeah.
buy any Ford trucks. You know what I mean?
Well, especially ones that were made in 2010 or in 2014 or something like that.
Or any that have been made in the last couple of years because they're dog shit and they're being,
Well,
you know, they sit out in a lot and then they get torn apart and reused.
oh,
And,
that was 20. That was all of 2020 and 2022.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a whole different thing. Anywho,
Brothers, sisters, gender resistors, welcome to another episode of the Comic Book Rundown presents Rundown Reviews. Boys, are we drinking tonight or what?
I guess you are.
I was drinking when I watched this movie because holy shit. Also, disclaimer, I watched it last week because I forgot we weren't recording. And then
Okay.
so I watched it on Friday. I was like, fuck, this is the only day that I have to do it. I watched it like right after I got home from work, took all my notes, and then I'm like, I got done watching it, and I'm like, fuck, Joey's in Disney. We're not even watching that this week.
Sorry. Yeah, then it didn't help that Chuck Sunday night was like, we can't not record on Sundays ever again. I am stuck.
Oh, you mean my manic spiral? Yo.
Hey, you know what? Next time that Joey can't be here, Chuck, we'll just FaceTime and we'll just find something to do for like an hour.
Listen, ultimately, it was a good thing. Okay, like it's important to understand that I at 7, it was like 6:30. I think it was like 6:30. I was like, oh, I don't have to record tonight. I should relax and like watch a movie I want to watch, or play some video games, or do something relaxing because I have to be to work early in the morning because of my production schedule. And then I looked at this fucking shelf behind me. And I said, you know, this thing's really a mess. I'm just going to take everything off of it and just organize it really quick. Shouldn't take me more than an hour, I said.
7 hours later.
I want to say 3.5 hours later. Because it was about 11 o'clock when I started the pile on the ground of books that are going to go somewhere else. So I was not happy to say the least. So
That's
that's rough.
Yeah.
I kind of ran into that when after Simon moved out, when I was moving my bookshelves, because I moved some of my bookshelves up into his room, so I would have room to move shit around downstairs while I was tearing it apart to get rid of the cat piss smell from his cat.
Yeah.
Which is actually getting pretty cleared up down there. I think I found almost every spot and been able to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Did you use Nature's Miracle? Like I told you?
Actually, what I did was I cut chunks out of my rug and then I bleached the shit out of a couple things. And then I'm probably going to have to tear a couple boards off the wall and replace them because, yeah. But again, like I had Pathfinder here on Friday night and Sam said that she smelled a faint whiff of it one time when she was moving something, and that was it.
Okay.
So I am hopeful.
Very nice. Very good.
All right. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. We can't ever skip another. By the way, I don't think I'll be here in like 2 weeks, but but this week,
2 weeks.
Hold on, wait. What do you mean you won't be here in 2 weeks?
you know what? Surprise for everybody.
Oh,
I think the 13th or the 12th, is that a date on a Sunday?
that's a
13th.
great. That's a great question.
13th? Yeah, I think there's a concert in Albany that I'm going to on the 13th. So
we can record early if you want. You don't have to, but I don't know if you want to miss The Crow for that one.
The Crow? We did
We're gonna watch one of the Crow movies.
Like number 2.
Oh shit! No, I do want to be here for that.
All right, we can figure out. Hey, we can figure out time for that one. Don't worry.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
anyway,
we could do it. Like, we could probably do it right after D&D if Chuck was available.
we may be able to do another recording. Anyway,
We'll figure it
this
out.
movie we watched Darkman 3, The Darkest Man. Darkman Die.
Darkman Die.
I think I like The Darkest Man better.
Yeah, The Darkest. This movie was legitimately the darkest of the three. Not so much in tone, but in actual lighting.
Yes, 100%.
I had to crank the light on my phone.
That's because
all the way up.
Snyder made this movie. This was a DC movie. Secretly.
Is that it? Yeah.
I'll get ahead of it and
get the Snyder cut in there.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Ron watched this a week ago. I watched this while I was weighing dries for production. So I paid attention to most of it. You know, it was playing in my headphones, whether I was watching it actually the whole time. But I'll be honest, I actually didn't hate this one nearly as much as I did the second one.
That's fair.
So I'm right there with you, Chuck. Actually, I watched this morning, mainly because I was busy doing a bunch of other things yesterday. But
I didn't need the recap again. I will say that.
So here's the thing. There was very little on IMDb for background trivia information. We did know, and I talked about this in the last one, Darkman 2, that this one and the second movie were made back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, this movie was supposed to be the second movie. This one was supposed to come out before Darkman 2, which I think would have actually made more sense when you come back around and have Durant show up again
100%
in the third movie. So when you look at it that way, this one being a sequel works to
Makes
the first
sense.
one,
especially with the doctor, like the whole doctor angle and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense.
And yeah, I'm right there. I'm with you on this one, Chuck. I actually like this one a little bit better than I like the second one. Not by a lot. Like, this movie still is not great by any stretch of the imagination, but because I was still bored to tears watching it. But like, especially that third act. The third act was just dog shit. But also found out that the guys that were making this movie, apparently they were also either writing a script or writing some form of a script for Face Off, which is why the story of Peyton having some interest in Rooker's family, like having that connection to Rooker's family, is there, because that's something that is an element of Face Off as well.
It's been so long since I've seen Face Off, but
that's Nick Cage and John Travolta, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that movie's fucking awesome. Like, what a great quintessential 90s action movie.
John Woo, man. Yeah.
The most ridiculous premise. You get two of the most ridiculous actors in it.
And for whatever reason, it works somehow.
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
when every actor's crazy, it doesn't seem like an actor's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of like that was like Nicolas Cage's like Twilight run, because he did that and Con Air shortly after.
That was during his. He had Snake Eyes. He had that. He had Con Air. He had, what was the one in Alcatraz?
The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah. He had a good stretch of movies.
Yeah,
that was reinvigorated his career for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Gone in 60 Seconds was in there
I was gonna
somewhere.
Say Gone in 60 Seconds, I think, was like the last of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
I think
what a great movie that is. That gave birth to like the Fast and the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we regret that, or
I mean, the first Fast and the Furious, the first two Fast and Furious actually were decent racing movies, and then they become superhero movies.
Dwayne
most
the Rock
part.
Johnson, as per usual, ruined it. Like I think we will look. I think in like 5 years. Yeah, probably five,
Actually,
maybe
the third
maybe
one's actually
10.
decent.
Yeah, I
story
like
as
the
well.
third one too. Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't have anybody that was from the first ones until the end or whatever.
Funny enough, I actually watched Tokyo Drift when you're supposed to, because I didn't watch it when it originally came out, because I had watched the first two in theaters. I had skipped 3 for whatever reason, because I think I heard it didn't have anybody in it. Came back and watched 4 because they had everybody come back. Watched 5. I think I had seen 6. And then when 7 was coming out, they're like, oh, yeah, you need to watch 3 before you watch 7 because there's a connection. I'm like, okay. So I went back and watched 3. And so I actually watched it in chronological order, not meaning to. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, 3 is criminally underrated.
It actually was kind of fun. Yeah.
It doesn't get enough credit. But yeah, no, I think in like 5, maybe 10 years, we'll all look back and go, "Wow, Dwayne the Rock Johnson killed Hollywood."
There are a few movies with him in it that I actually somewhat enjoy. Jumanji, the first Jumanji movie, is fairly good.
He wasn't in that one.
The first one with him in it. You know what I meant, you asshole. The first one with him in it wasn't bad. The second one wasn't really needed. I'm trying to think.
That movie collectively as a whole was not needed.
It's not, well, sure.
I'd argue the remake didn't need to get made, but I hear you.
Well, you're not wrong. Moana's fun. That's actually a fun. I also like Disney movies.
I forgot about that.
Let's see what else was there. Black Adam is fine.
I thought the Rundown was pretty funny.
Rundown is really good. I really do like that one.
Yeah, Rundown, Walking Tall.
Walking Tall is a really good one.
And then he had like one more in there that was really good. And then like he started ruining stuff. He started being thrown in. Fast and Furious, he ruined the G.I. Joe franchise, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, that didn't have a very strong leg to stand on in the first place, though. So
he became one of those guys who's like, I'm a name. I can't lose. I will not lose. I have to. Doom. He was in Doom, and it was like,
that's right.
Why? Like, and he was a bad guy, air quotes, bad guy in that one. But like, he became part.
The only good part of that Dune movie was at the very end when you actually get the first person point of view and
with
he's
the
going through it.
BFG, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Oh, it's a fun movie.
It's something.
I feel like I saw it maybe on TV or something.
Did you guys ever see what was that movie that was done all in first person?
Hardcore Harry
or something like that?
I haven't watched that, but
okay, that one was pretty awesome to watch.
It's a novelty. They couldn't make it again and have it hit the same, but it's very
100%. Like, I don't even know if watching it again it would be the same as the first time, but the first time watching it was awesome.
Yeah. I don't really like first person shaky cam stuff, so when that came out I kind of was over it because we had like Cloverfield. We had 28 Weeks Later that had like a long first person like shaky cam stuff.
Okay.
There was another one. And then that one was kind of like the last of them. I don't know.
Let's see, there's like the Chronicle and
the Chronicle. That's what I was thinking
of. Because the handheld camera became like a thing. I'll say found footage is part of that.
Like
genre
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and some of that works. Like I love the Blair Witch Project. I loved all those movies. The second one was not great, but like still love those movies. I don't know. I agree with you that it was a gimmick that didn't really work for a while. What was it?
It worked. Like it worked for Blair Witch because we hadn't seen it yet, right?
Sure.
And then they didn't do anything with it for like a while. But then all of a sudden we just got a bunch of movies that were doing it.
Paranormal Activity, like the first 2 were good. And then they just started doing like 18 more. And by the fourth one, when it's like in 2008, and you're like, why is this guy still having a camcorder?
Yeah.
When it's in 2008 and everybody has smartphones.
Was he old? Was he a boomer? Maybe he didn't know how to use a
No,
smartphone.
he was like us. He was like a guy in his 30s.
Maybe he couldn't afford a
or
smartphone,
20s.
Joey.
I don't know. It was a whole like they twisted it around, and they like the third or fourth one they took it back to like the 80s, and then like the latest one it was set in the 70s or something in a like an Amish village or
how
like they made it
camcorder?
work. They made it work. It actually did kind of make sense, but it was also stretching it too far.
So, anyways, Darkman.
Oh, thanks for bringing it back, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So at the beginning of this movie, where he like is getting chased down by these guys, he climbs the electric fence, right? And they still chase after him after that, like they're gonna do something to him.
Okay. Before you do that, I just want to point one thing out as we progress through this. In the opening monologue, where during the like review thing, he talks about the fact that until he can get his face fixed, he's going to protect and care for other people.
Yes.
He makes this like a fucking point. Because that is going to play a very interesting, like later on situation throughout the rest of this movie, where he does almost the exact opposite the entire rest of the movie.
You're not wrong.
And like harps on the fact that he is a loner and will not and cannot be loved and whatever else that nonsense he comes up with throughout the movie.
So, look, what happened was when he recorded that voice thing, he was in a bad place, okay? And he was trying to push himself through
his train layer, which I know we talked about it with Blank Man and definitely in the last Darkman movie.
Yo, this movie is a lot like Blank Man. Like, the parallels are like almost on top of each other.
I just like what was it with the 90s and everybody having to have their own train car? Because I also remember in Batman comic books him having a train, like a Batmobile on the train tracks, like his own train car on. I mean, this was Jean-Paul Vallée, but like it was Batman having his own train track railway. Like,
because when you're rich, you can have a railway put in for whatever you want.
But Bruce didn't have it. He didn't know it was there. Like Jean-Paul Vallée stumbled upon it while he was in the cave. It was Azrael, Batman that took over when Bruce broke his back. It's during the Nightfall saga. Well, you'll get to it in the comics eventually, maybe. But like it just, I remember that being a thing in Batman in the 90s, and here we are. I mean, we talked about it in Darkman already, but we had Darkman, Blank Man, the Turtles, and I guarantee we probably had a few other movies where the train car was a thing. Like, why was that a cool thing in the 90s? I'm not saying it wasn't cool because I do kind of find it kind of cool.
Then there was like the whole rumor that there are like a bunch of abandoned railways everywhere in every like major city and stuff.
Yeah, everywhere that had a subway. I mean, so like,
because we got that in Ghostbusters too, I think.
Yeah, the cartoon?
No, Ghostbusters 2. Like where they go and find like the ooze and the underground subway or whatever that was abandoned.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And also you have to remember that like we're three people who lived in rural areas all our life where we had cars.
True.
Like the subway, taking the subway in the city is like your normal mode of transportation. And I remember in the 90s, especially in like New York, the subway became a trendy cultural thing. Like New York City merchandise, like when like we would like up here would go to the city to go be a tourist in the city, and you would like buy a shirt that had like the subway map on it because it was like cool to like be a part of like the metro lifestyle in that way. So I think like to like people that live in the city or large cities that have subways, it's much more integrated into their like life than what we're used to. So to us, it seems weird and ridiculous, but to them, it's like, yeah, why wouldn't he take the subway? There's literally trains running all of the time.
It's everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
it makes
all
sense.
linked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
Okay.
it explained why there's like 45-minute delays because some fucking psycho's on a fucking blank mobile riding the rail.
On a rail car taking up track that has to stop the train from before it hits it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would make sense. So yeah, this is would this was a direct to VHS release?
Yes,
Yeah.
this one and the second one.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Yeah.
It also felt like the reason why they do the opening was to make it like if nobody had ever heard of this before.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
they would pick it up and watch it.
This was the Blank Man that I had seen.
Darkman,
And specific or Darkman, yeah, sorry, we were talking about Blank Man, but this is the Darkman I had seen as a kid, and I had only seen the part from the time that he gets thrown in that hole or whatever until like maybe 20 minutes before the end of the movie. That was the only part of it that I'd ever seen. And so it made absolutely no sense, obviously, as a kid, but like
now though,
yeah,
now
that I've watched all these, and it still doesn't make any sense, but here we are.
But you get a complete story.
Sure.
Air quotes complete story. Yeah. I do find it funny though that in all this time, he has yet to find a computer that could store the image of his face, and he has to have his computer scan the picture of his face every single time so that it can make a synthetic skin every single time.
He doesn't save anything except for on that one disk that he's got. And since it's a floppy disk, it can only hold so much data.
You're not wrong. God, remember when that was like the pinnacle of technology in the 90s?
I remember stealing floppy disks at school so that I could use them at school later on to save things that I wanted to save. And then, of course...
Yes, I still actually have a couple from high school back in the day.
And like you still can't do anything with them because
nothing
will read because this was like word processor garbage that you couldn't pull off of any other computer now. Like you'd have to go back and find a fucking phosphate screen computer.
And it sucks because there's documents on there that I saved specifically because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use this later on. That shit's lost because I guarantee whatever laptop I had that I could use it on doesn't work anymore. Because that's definitely like 20 years old already. It was from my first marriage, and that thing was already obsolete when I was married.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your marriage.
Well, that too. I mean, the only good thing that came out of that was my daughter.
That's true.
So, yeah. Who just graduated. Good job, Bella.
Yeah, good job, Bella. I got my thank you card. Your daughter has terrible handwriting.
Fuck yeah, she does. It's
Holy
not great.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. 18 years old.
Joe, you don't have good handwriting either.
I can at least read my words.
Who the fuck handwrites anything anymore? Like other than a thank you letter?
All the time.
Well, yeah. But not his daughter, obviously.
Hey, look, she wants to be a nurse, so nurses and doctors have terrible handwriting, so that works out.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that she was going to school to be a nurse.
I mean,
good for her, though.
Yeah, she can do it. I believe in her. Yep.
That's right. You know who I don't
honestly,
believe in,
nursing for elderly care is very needed right now.
I mean, that's what she did. That's that
true.
She did.
And we could train her to pull the plug when it's necessary.
Yeah. Hey, she should come hang out with my mom and unplug her.
Chuck, killing your mom's not going to bring your dad back, okay?
Actually, it might because he'll think that he's entitled to the money. So.
Oh, it's like a trap.
Yeah.
Nice.
That works.
Okay. Anyway,
So,
I listen. I know I'll regret that comment in like 2 months, but whatever. It was funny now.
wait, does your mom listen to the show?
No.
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think that's what he means.
Well, if you unplug her, Joey will erase everything that has to do with what you just said.
I mean, I could easily edit that out. I can edit that out if you want me to. Just say the word.
No, it's really funny. I like
Okay.
it.
Like
No.
I don't edit the videos anymore, but I will specifically edit this video if you want me to.
Honestly, it'll probably be the thing that
speaking-
does push her. Because if there's one thing that I have learned, it's when I make a joke, it becomes real. So
Speaking of murder, though,
shout out to Chris.
when he throws that guy in front of the plow, and
Dude, that was great. What
he made the plow driver a murderer, though. That's
but
vehicular
no, he didn't.
homicide.
But he didn't throw him in front. Like the dude, was climbing up the ladder and out of the manhole, almost got hit by two different cars, and instead of ducking back under into the manhole, was staring at the plow like what's his name in Austin Powers, and was just like, "Oh my god, it's gonna hit me," and just stood there and had his head taken off. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
But hey, I got to account for the lost limb, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah. So when he gets the tracker put on the case that he had,
What?
how did he not notice that like fucking baseball-sized tracker stuck to the side of that container?
I do have written down, and this is actually something for like negative for this whole movie, that everyone is stupider in this movie.
100%.
That is one of the things that goes in the stupider column.
Like cartoonishly stupid.
Yes.
Like the villains are cartoonishly stupid and cartoonishly evil.
Well, so like Rooker, for example, especially in the third act, goes like overboard. Now they do explain it. When what's her name? What was her name? The doctor, Bridget. Is that her name?
I don't know. I just wrote down the doctor for her. So
whatever her name is, she does explain that when the goons, when they take the serum and they're acting all like crazy, that was just like a half serum. So I can only assume that the Rooker took like a full dose of the serum, and that's why he was just like going full on crazy. That could be my explanation. We don't ever actually see it. All we see is that, like, as soon as he gets out of the car at the end, the syringe drops. But but we know that he took the serum. But he's also just like the laugh that he's doing the entire time. And I mean, at the same time, like Jeff Fahey, was that his name? The actor.
Yeah.
I recognized him from Lost. He was one of the people on the back of the back half of the plane. So second season on.
I've never seen Lost.
Oh man, Lost is great.
Is it?
Yeah, I liked it.
You're a J.J. Abrams mark, so that makes sense.
That's not entirely true.
What was your favorite Star Wars or Star Trek?
Yeah, he's got you there.
I mean, the newer ones, but that's only because they have a better plot. They actually have a plot.
Who directed them?
That's not the point. They have a plot.
Who directed them, Joey?
They have a plot.
Zack Snyder. That's right.
Anyway,
I need to see the Snyder cut of the. Anyways, how did they not? How did the city not notice the power fluctuations that would have been happening every time he ran any of his stuff down there in his little
New York
lab?
City, constantly rolling blackouts. That's nothing new.
Same way that they didn't notice all the ones that turtles were sucking up in the sewers. Like,
yeah, it is the city in the 90s. Rolling blackouts were a common thing that always happened. Like that was nothing new.
But also when the doctor was talking about how Daddy's money paid for her lab.
Oh, dude.
I thought she was talking about Daddy as in like her father, not Daddy as in the guy.
Yes. Yeah. And then when Rooker shows up and starts making out, like, wait.
Yeah. I thought you said that was your dad.
Daddy? Like, hold on. Hey.
As somebody in the kink community, that still threw me off, so that's kind of weird. But
as somebody who watches Ron B in the kink community, I get creeped out when people refer to other people as daddy. It's just
Yeah.
fucking weird, man. Like, listen, I no shame. If that's what, in the wise words of
Now,
my grandfather, whatever gets your dick hard, kid. But like, I don't. It's just don't call me that. It's weird. I don't like it.
see, I used to make people call me daddy at work when I would have to fix things for them. I'd be like they'd fuck something up. I'm like, don't worry, daddy's here. He'll take care of it. And then I used to work with this dude named Phil. And one time he's like, Daddy, I need you to come fix this. And I'm like, it doesn't work the same way when you say this when I say it.
Oh, that's wrong. That's just wrong.
That's fine.
I thought it was weird that Darkman was basically the Hulk. The more he gets stressed out, the stronger he gets.
Yeah, that was new for this one.
Yeah.
Because like it wasn't that way in the original one, and I don't think it was that way in the last one we watched either.
I don't think
But he
so.
wasn't as angry in either of those. Like
Yeah.
he was angry, but he
Yeah.
was not like this kind of like rage induced like steroid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fit.
Also, it's kind of convenient. One, when he was after he gets knocked out, and he's strung up, and they conveniently just leave his hat and jacket there for him to get. That was kind of nice of them. Mainly so that when
Well,
he's running,
they probably smelled really bad and nobody else wanted to touch them.
well, maybe, but also when like he's running away later, they could hide like the wires and everything.
Yeah, but I
So-
mean, like, because I don't know
But,
if you noticed this or not, but in his
he never
Dark
showers.
Cave-
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
in
no
his
bathroom.
dark cave, there's no laundry or bathroom
Yeah.
or
But also it was very convenient when they throw him in that pit and he finds a pair of pliers that he can dig the electronic device or shock device or whatever out of his poorly stapled shut neck.
which was attached into his spinal column.
Not attached well enough, apparently,
Yeah.
because it easily came out.
Also, when they're doing the surgery to allow him to be able to feel pain again, why? Why if I didn't have the ability to not feel
she wants to
pain,
feel more human.
stupid. You're literally a guy who allegedly cares about other people so much that you're willing to go fight crime. You not feeling pain is actually like super beneficial to you.
Well, yeah, but I think it was his anger issues getting the better of him was what he didn't want. Because if you remember in the first movie, like when he was at
But
the
he didn't say
the
he wouldn't
carnival,
feel anger anymore. He just wouldn't feel pain anymore, which was like emotional pain because then
That's a
he
good
was
point.
like, "Oh, I'm just sad." Like he has that like she brings up maybe his like past
Wife and family or something.
family or his like wife or something.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, "Yeah, well, I'm sucking everybody else's dick in this movie, so I will do it to you as well." Why in the 90s cannot a woman just be a smart evil woman? Why does she always have to kind of be the horniest person in the entire movie?
Sex sells, Chuck. Plus,
But
didn't you know back then? But didn't you know back then women weren't smart; they were just sexy.
But she is smart. She
But she-
develops this whole thing.
Sure, but she was also sexy, so it worked out okay. You can't have just a smart woman. That's when they start, making pits and putting in stakes and burning them at the,
Yeah, that's true.
she's reading, get her. Oh, but speaking of things that they usually strung up at that point in time, obviously Nico and Rooker were gay, right?
Nico was definitely gay.
Like there was a lot of sexual tension between the two of those guys throughout the movie.
Yeah, closeted Republican yuppies.
Okay,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But also, Rooker's wife was way hotter than the doctor was.
Right? Why was he
Yeah, but
cheating on her?
Yeah,
all
but
the
she
time?
wasn't a hoe. That was the problem.
Oh, true. She was faithful.
She dared to ask him to be a present father. How fucking dare she?
Yeah.
Well, look, Chuck, back in the 90s, actually, like, prevalent fathers weren't really a thing, especially with rich people. So, like, you didn't have to be, a good father. You just had to make sure that there was somebody at home to watch them.
Sure. He didn't have a nanny
No,
for being
I mean,
rich.
they could have afforded a nanny, but then she'd know about all of his secret.
Well, see, I think he'd just been fucking the nanny.
I would say, yeah, maybe they didn't have a nanny because the wife didn't want a nanny because he's been plowing. Because she did say that he has slept with a lot of people when they were since they've been married.
Yeah.
I thought you were done with the affairs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, because a guy who constantly has affairs is just going to be done with it all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, happens just like that.
Yeah. Statistically, that's how it works. Yeah.
Especially a guy like Rooker who is all about getting power and being in power. And
hey, he's a real family guy. Okay, like family was important to that guy.
Something was important to that guy. Yep.
So at whatever point in time where Angela was the doctor's name, I think.
Okay.
No, Angela
was his wife. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they are leaving the building and it's exploding, and like,
dude,
her stunt person gets caught on fire.
Both of them do. Both of them do. They both get caught.
But his makes sense. Hers doesn't, because when they pan back over to her, like, he's got his coat smoking or whatever, but she's perfectly fine. But they get fucking sizzled bacon scorched.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times they shot that. I would assume once with multiple cameras, but who knows?
I would hope.
But if they did it more than once, they definitely got engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On one shot, like they were in the explosion. And then another time, the explosion was like kind of further behind them, but they still caught on fire. But there's one explosion where they are just in the fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was wild.
It was insane. But speaking of explosions, so when they fire the rocket at him and they miss, and he yells, "Look out!" Who is he talking to? There's nobody else around him.
The fact that that train car could outpace that rocket for as long as it did was laughable to begin with.
Well, like Chuck said, cartoonish.
Very comic book logic-ish.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And it was hilarious.
This movie gets progressively more silly as it goes on.
Yeah.
Like
the third act. The third act I'm not gonna say the third act falls apart, but the third act gets you said, cartoonish.
The acting just gets very over the top. I mean, it was kind of over the top through most of it, but even I could understand if Rooker kind of goes crazy.
Yeah, because he took the full serum.
Right.
So him going crazy makes sense. His goons going crazy makes sense.
Yeah. He is now the evil guy with the mask on his face.
Yeah.
So he is cartoonishly evil. Which he also, in that form, looks like the evil guy from The Mask when he puts the mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit.
Dorian.
Yeah, Dorian, yeah. But then Darkman's acting gets more cartoonishly weird.
Had to match energy.
Well, and he so when he goes to the house to spy on Rooker after he escapes, and then he sees the family being basically abandoned, the child and the wife basically being abandoned, and he starts to feel for them to the point of he's gonna become Rooker, and then he goes to the play, and then he shows up at the birthday party, and he starts to be present in his wife's life. And it's just what are you doing? You don't need to do this. And
it's been years since he got his dick wet, Joey.
No, okay? I get that. I understand that. But it's just, and it goes to what Chuck was saying at the very beginning of like, oh, he's trying to save everybody. He's going to protect these people, but he's getting more involved than he needs to be. And
Yeah.
it just makes it just makes no sense. Also,
if I didn't know any better, I would say that like 4 weeks ago, maybe his wife left him, and then he got on Facebook dating, and then he matched with somebody that he used to work with, or something crazy like that. And then they like hooked up, and then because he, instead of going to therapy, went on to Facebook dating instead, to try to like replace this horrible sadness in their life. Instead of processing it and taking care of it, they instead slept with somebody else.
Why do therapy? Even though therapy works.
So,
but no, I'm also impressed.
That was a really funny joke if we were recording prior to this episode started.
I didn't think you'd want that one on record, so I didn't record that.
That's super fair.
I also am really impressed with Darkman's slingshot ability, because I don't know, like that thing was super far away from the house, and somehow he got it that wire device,
the wire tap or whatever,
both on the second floor window and the first floor window. Like, it's pretty impressive. Anyway, go ahead.
Completely off subject, but don't move Chuck. Chuck looks like he's got a shirt on that's unbuttoned in the middle, and like he's just got this hairy chest sticking out.
Oh, I got my hamburger meat hanging out? Hell yeah,
that's what it looks like. And I realize that it's a tiger, but
that's every time you lean, big cat.
Yeah, every time you lean back, though, it just looks like you're just like, you know.
Yeah. That hamburger meat hanging out. Love that. I went to the gym today with like a tank top on. I forgot how hairy I was on my back, but I was just like, whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. I just sweat everywhere.
So why didn't he back up his research?
He didn't want other people. He didn't want anybody else to know about it.
Sure, but he could have had a second disc that he just had in a different pocket that nobody would have ever known about. He could have hidden it in the sewers. He could have hidden it,
more importantly,
in his butt cheek.
He's backing this up on a 3.5 floppy, right?
So that means it's only like a megabyte of data. Tops.
Right. And then he's going out and fighting crime and also proceeding to kind of get his ass kicked. That thing would have been turned to dust.
When he would have lost it long before. Fence, it would have wiped that whole thing.
Yeah, it would have wrecked that thing.
Uh-huh.
Remember when you couldn't like put magnets next to them?
Yep.
Like
yeah, because that was a fun thing we used to do to people in school. You'd take the magnet and put it over there so they'd lose all their stuff.
Yeah.
Good times.
Also, that kind of does lead credence to this being the second movie, because he doesn't bring up the disc at all during the second movie, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So, or any of his research at all, really. So yeah.
Yeah, I really wonder if we had watched this as like 1, 3, 2, if it would have made more sense to us.
Maybe. So fun little fact that I did find on IMDb. Liam Neeson had been asked to return for the sequels, but due to his rising star status, he asked for more than the producers were willing to pay. So Arnold Vosloo was asked to, be the Darkman. He was then asked to return when plans for a fourth film were being developed. But due to The Mummy, he also asked for more money. So the fourth film was shelved, and we obviously never got a fourth film.
Darn.
Yeah, I know,
Don't worry, we're going to get a reboot of Darkman here in the next couple of years. It'll be fine.
Honestly, we probably could, and I'd be okay with it. Sam Raimi could produce it, and
maybe it'll be good this time.
Maybe. I mean, technology will probably benefit it.
It'll be so funny when he's like digitizing like his face and stuff, but then he still pulls out the floppy disk to save it.
You have to. You have to, right? Be great.
And like the other doctor he's working with just like grabs the arm. He's like, no, we've moved past this.
Like we got this this thing right here now. Have a memory stick.
It's gotta be a USB stick, memory stick that's shaped like a floppy disk though.
Oh,
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that. I don't know about you guys, but I saw the trailer for the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, we're a couple months away from Toxic Avenger, and
shit, I forgot about that.
I haven't watched the trailer, but I've seen some scenes from it. I mean, it looks interesting.
We should live react to watching the trailer.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying that it's not probably going to be very enjoyable and very silly and over the top. But the thing that makes Toxic Avenger good is the fact, yes, and which I guarantee you there. You think? Oh, this is unrated, isn't it?
Oh,
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe. But is the fact that it is so low budget is like kind of the charm of the movie? And this looks very produced.
Oh, dude, you got Peter Dinklage, you got Elijah Wood, you got oh hell, I know there's a couple other names in this movie.
Yeah, there's a couple of names I was shocked.
People like
I
got money in this movie.
Who the fuck is Peter Dinklage playing?
Toxic
Avenger. Yeah, he is Toxic Avenger. Yeah, dude. Toxic Avenger is 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Who's Frodo playing?
Some penguin looking dude.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the evil version of Penguin and the weird dude from Rocky Horror Picture Show with the long blonde hair. Who's kind of greasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It meets like Willard.
Okay, so he's just an absolute creep, is what you're trying to say.
Oh, yeah, he's full creepy. He's full grease creepy. Yeah, he's
not Sin City creepy. He was definitely creepy in Sin City, but not that far.
Yeah, not
quite
ending ending credit scene creepy of like Return of the King, where he's laying in the bed and they all come in and just.
Wait, which end the credit scene? Because there's like 18 of them.
Have you ever seen the one where they put the was it Kenny G to it, where it's like,
yes.
or no, it's Careless Whisper that they put to it. It's like, like whenever everybody's like coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the one where he doesn't know Legolas's name.
That's because he doesn't know Legolas's name. They never talk.
Yeah. That's great.
What's really funny about that though is that he's wearing, Legolas's like childhood clothes.
Yeah, that tracks.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
So the mithril shirt that he has was made for an elven prince. That's what they say in The Hobbit. But the only elven prince that would have been around in the time that was made would have been Legolas. So basically, that was Legolas's like clothes when he was a little kid.
Wonderful.
That's funny. Huh.
So back to Darkman. We got a kill count.
Yeah, I've got nothing else. So yeah, kill count of 13.
13.
With lost limb count of 1. Adam's head.
Okay.
Bingo.
We had multiple villain monologues actually, because that dude liked to talk. Comic book logic, ID revealed to an enemy, origin flashback, animal cruelty, unexplainable science, hero kills, product placement, sexual innuendo, misogyny, and fight for control of something.
You can also tell this was a Universal movie because they had like Universal the Ride TV commercial in this.
Oh yeah. I thought I was back in Florida for a second.
Yeah,
with that.
That was great to see.
Spawn Cape.
Spawn Cape. Look, it slightly looked better than 2, but not by a lot. The practical effects were fine. The special
effects. Would you say they're perfectly fine?
I would say that much like your shirt that you can find over at TeePublic. Head over to tpublic.com, search our stuff, or check the show notes and get yourself a perfectly fine T-shirt.
Chuck's seal of approval, perfectly fine. Chuck's signature is on this, so
It's true. You could copy that and then sign just so many things underneath my name. I'm gonna say, but that being said, I mean, this looks terrible. It looks bad. It looks like it was a direct to VHS release. I'm gonna say 7 out of 4 million. Yeah, didn't look great. It looks like a quintessential 90s action movie. I'll say that much. It looks like something that was produced in the 90s. It was like if they made Dick Tracy on a shoestring budget and made it for TV. That's what this movie was. Like practical effects.
very
I
specific.
feel like that's giving a little more credit than it deserves.
No,
It's-
just the aesthetics, just the features.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fair. So not a Muppet.
I thought up 2, but
Okay.
first one is Rooker, because him going crazy at the end, I feel like would be just kind of fun to play against everybody. But also, which I think is probably the more obvious one, is Darkman, specifically when he is without a mask. So anytime he puts a new face on,
Yep. That's
he becomes a Muppet.
see that was what I wanted was Darkman as a Muppet, but only when he's wearing the faces, and when
Yeah.
he's not a Muppet, it's because he's but also I think the Doctor would be funny because watching her flirt hardcore with a Muppet and calling him daddy would be even funnier than
It'd be weird, but yeah.
Okay. I hear you, but I raise you the wife, because then she's just disappointed and trying to get a Muppet to be a good father.
Also, she fucked a Muppet because she's got a Muppet kid.
That's true, yeah.
Speaking of, we didn't talk about the kid at all. She gets burnt there toward the end by gas.
Yeah, some kind of gas that melted her
No,
face.
she was literally lit on fire because of the explosion.
Well, no, yes, at the end, but like the forklift hits a gas main and the gas like shoots up and burns her. That was the initial burn that she gets.
Oh,
yeah.
And then
I
when
thought
they're
it was
running
because
out,
they lit her on fire.
that would make more sense, but no. And then obviously he has to sacrifice his. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the synthetic skin
There
that
was
he was
only
making.
one batch left.
Which
That
also he made it. It was just enough for his face. Okay,
But it was only enough to cover this much of her.
now I feel like you could probably use that and maybe just have a little bit left to make more.
Yeah, reverse
Or whatever.
engineer it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
They
that's
definitely dropped
because
the ball on that.
because they shot his floppy disk. Great shot, by the way.
Which, yeah, well,
They had
again,
to get one good
Specifically,
shot.
like a true narcissist points out how good of a shot he was. I was just like, wow, that makes sense.
yeah, it works. Alrighty, so Chuck,
Yeah.
what you got for a score?
All right. Is this a Darkman movie? Yeah. I mean, it's about as much of a Darkman movie as the other Darkman movies were.
Yeah,
Look, I had a better time with this than I was expecting. It's kind of a nothing movie.
Mhm.
I was really annoyed, as per usual, by the it's a 90s movie, so everybody instantly falls in love with somebody on
Well,
like first meeting them.
if you didn't have a love interest, you didn't have a hook for anybody that didn't want to watch an action movie.
Yeah.
Right. And like I understand that he was like showing up and like being a father, which is really fucking weird. That's like really weird,
That's,
dude.
that's stalker creepy shit right there.
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
like really fucking weird and creepy. And she at the end, she's like, I just want to see the real you. I want to see your face or whatever.
What was that
And
ending?
yeah, and so he like turns around, he shows her, and of course he's like, fucking mangled and shit. And she's just like, okay. Like I was expecting her to be like, oh my god, you're actually like beautiful. Like I'm still attracted to you regardless. But you could tell she clearly was just like, oh shit, you are actually a deformed monster.
That's because he didn't have a picture of Hugh Jackman stapled to his face.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
but he goes, but then then the voiceover is like, she's not ready for me yet, and
Or something like,
therefore
like she's
I
still
have
like
to
so
go.
far away.
Yeah,
And
she's
then
right here, and you're
roll
so
credits.
far away.
Roll credits.
Yeah,
What
Yeah.
the hell?
yeah. It was
Shittiest.
the most edgelordy shit 90s ending.
Oh man.
Like this is something that I would have read on like a Facebook post from like shitty guys I went to high school with who are incels. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that being said, this is fun. It's fun. It's a little fun movie. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt anybody. But I wouldn't. Okay. Ooh, does it pass the Janero continuum? Yeah, I think it does.
It would be pretty easy to watch this with a bunch of people and make fun of it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could poke really good fun at it. Mainly making mummy jokes most of the time. Like that's the easiest like go to, but yeah, but I really, as per usual, hate the representation of women in this, and that they are just gigantic horn dogs, despite the fact that they could actually probably kill most of the men in this movie and have a better life. I'm gonna say, I think I was gonna say like a 4.13.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 0.02 points higher than you gave the last one. So
Yeah, that's about right.
All right. Ron?
Arnold?
I also like this better than I liked the last one. Not to say that I really liked it. I mean, it was an okay movie. Like it was okay. I was able to watch it in one go, and I didn't get completely distracted. Like I mean, I was playing a game on my phone, but like I wasn't like walking out of the room or like going and doing chores and shit in between it. So it wasn't terrible. Would I watch it again? No. I wasn't. I mean, it's just I've gotten through it. It's done. We're good. I'm okay with that. But I still liked it better than the last movie. I gave it a 3.83. Excuse me.
That's fair.
Joey?
Yeah, I'm with both of you. I definitely like this a little bit better than the previous one. Not by much, but enough to be like, yeah, it's not great, but it's not terrible either, though. So, I wouldn't be like I would be interested in like I'm not gonna watch this anytime soon. I don't ever plan on watching this anytime soon ever again. Mainly because I'd have to rent it, and I don't plan on ever renting this ever again. But like if this was ever up on like Tubi or something for free, all three of them, like I'd probably rewatch them again in 1, 3, 2 order. Like try to watch it in the order of what they were meaning to release it as, and see that order of that storyline. Because maybe I'm not saying things would make more sense, because like we said, we didn't like the second movie, and looking at our scores and what we gave it, we definitely were like harsher on the second movie. But this one, it had a few moments. But there was just some stuff that just is a little unforgivable. They could have easily, he could have easily kept some of that synthetic skin and could have had, made more later on. We could have had some plot points that maybe carried over to another movie. But I think because of the way they release this, they couldn't, because this would have confused if they put it in the second movie and vice versa. So either way, it's a fine movie. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
I gave it.
actually, does that fuck up the ending? Because if he can't remake it, because he's making it in the third one, and he has his research lab back
Well, he
in the third one.
and yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, in the second one. In the second one, sorry. In the second one, he's got his research lab. So if this one was supposed to be before that, then the ending to this doesn't make any sense. That he doesn't have enough to like repurpose it and things like that, unless they change how the
But
second one is plotted.
which they may have, because again, you have to remember they filmed both these at the same time, so it doesn't mean that they couldn't move
Cut a
things
bunch of shit out or
around
move
when they
things
were
around.
in
Yeah.
the
Right,
editing
right,
bay,
right.
you know. But that being said,
Yeah,
like
true.
the skin, the whatever synthetic skin that he was making, which was supposed to be the be all end all skin, that because I feel like by the second movie, he stopped worrying about the time thing, if I remember correctly. Again, it's been too long since I've seen the second movie.
Well, in the second one, he develops it so it lasts longer. He gets to the 99 minutes, which he didn't have originally.
I thought he
So that
did.
was
I thought the first one, it only lasted till 99, and he couldn't get past that one.
Yeah, I think that's
uh,
right.
oh, I thought it was like 80 something, and he got it, or 70 something. He got it up to 90, but
Either way,
maybe you're right.
either way, movie was fine. It was fun, like Chuck said, and I was able to watch it all one go. I wasn't too distracted, and the fact that there wasn't a lot on the IMDb, I wasn't distracted a lot by that. So I was able to do that during some of the boring parts. But I gave it a 4.08, which gives us a combined score of 4.01.
Mm.
I think that's right, right? Let me check my math real quick. Yes, 4.01. Which drops it in out of 156 movies at number 117, behind Alien 3 at a 4.06, and above Superman and the Mole Man at a 4. So
That was like the 1950s Superman, like from the TV show.
1951, yeah.
I was telling Chuck so he knew what we were talking about because, like, that's
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I need to go back and rewatch. Like, I have to go watch that because you guys bring that up a lot.
Well, we tend to get a lot of movies around it.
yeah.
Really. That one was a fun. It was black and white. It was definitely a movie of its time.
Yeah.
What? And that was the guy that they based that movie around that had Ben Affleck in it.
Yes, George Reeve.
Yeah. Right.
George Reeve. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
hey, you can find me on the internet, Kicked Out of the Hood, No Ian Kicked. You can find my hobby page, Kicked Out of the Hobby, No Ian Kicked, where I will be. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm playing Dracula's America, probably. I'm painting up some stuff for that, which is awesome. It's what happened if after the Civil War, Dracula became the president of the United States.
Hell yeah.
It's a Western. It's fucking awesome. And also, I am putting train kits together from Blackside Studios. Shout out to Blackside Studios for making a really good MDF train. I'm also, hey, I'm going to hold myself. This is coming out at the time of recording in a month. I'm going to try to have the first draft of my very own miniature game finally done with the first scenario called Death to False Chivalry, because I'm pretty close to getting it done and I've just been procrastinating and finishing it. So my hope is that I'm pretty close to finally having it done. Other than that, you can also find me on Letterbox at Chuck of Evil because Kicked Out of the Hood didn't fit, and it said Kicked Out of the Hoe. So I'm Chuck
Shout
of
out
Evil.
T-Rexes.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm Chuck of Evil over there, where I am writing reviews of all the movies that I've watched for this place and that I'm going and watching because I'm going to the movies more. I just saw 28 Years Later at time of recording.
Ooh.
It was very good. If you
Yeah?
like that series, it's very good. I highly recommend it.
I haven't seen any of them yet.
I've seen the first one.
Weirdly enough, you can have just seen the first one, because they kind of don't do anything really pertaining to the second one. It's quite interesting. And there's like a lot of like reasons behind that. But I highly recommend checking it out. It is a very interesting, well told story. And if you have parent issues, good luck. With that being said, you can also find me at the end of the month, every last Sunday of the month. You can
Yeah, that's
find
this coming Sunday, Joey.
Oh fuck.
you can find Joey and I at the Getting Franchised episodes on this feed, where we review the latest and greatest in movie franchises. Hey, look, at time of release, we will be talking about Pet Sematary.
Don't ask me. I've been off for a week. I literally forgot I had to put the episode out next week.
It's either Pet
Sure.
Sematary or that
Thanks for that.
just
Thanks
came
for reminding
out,
me.
or hey, we reviewed Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Popeye the Slayer Man with Ron, which
Oh,
was in
yeah.
fact, let's say interesting.
That was fun.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
Chuck would put it, we did like one of them better than the
Yeah,
other.
spoilers. We like one better than the other. With that being said, hey, in a few very short months, we are gearing up for season 2. And I'm really excited about it. I keep toying with the idea of
Yeah.
changing the themes, but I think I'm
Shocker.
locked in. Well, so like I keep coming up with like better ones to kind of sub in the stuff that I didn't really
Sure.
like, but I think I'm locked in. I think we're good.
Okay.
So
The thing is, this is your baby. I'm letting you. I'm hands off on this. I'm letting
every
you.
once in a while I
have the
go,
reins on it.
oh, I kind of want to watch this, and I could figure out a reason. I want everybody to know at one point we were just going to watch all the Toho Godzilla movies.
Which I'm still all for. But that's a
But
lot.
I'm watching.
Too.
I'm there's 17 of them to be
Yeah.
exact. But I
That's a lot.
started watching them this summer. And that's my summer watch, is going through all of them to
Nice.
see if it's going to be worth it to bring it up in a future season. So with that being said, Getting Franchise, check it out. Ronald, where can they find your beautiful art and you?
Well, they can find my art on Instagram at Good Art This Game and on Blue Sky at Good at This Game. And then you can find me on Instagram, TikTok at Good at This Game. And you can find my art on our shirts on T-Bubble and T-Public and Redbubble. There we go. See, I can get those right. And you can find me right here on this fantastic podcast. Joey?
You guys can find the show over on social medias, Comic Book Rundown. You can email us, comicbookrundown@gmail.com. Rate and review us on your podcasting app of choice. We've got merch, like Ron said, and Chuck said. We've got the show, the one show Chuck said, Getting Franchised. Also got Comic Book Rundown is back. I believe, and I'm not 100% sure when I put it out, but there is an episode talking about the Fantastic Four comics for what issues? 90? No. 100 something, 105 to...
Are we still in the 70s for those?
Yeah, it's not great. God, man.
Get ready for some misogyny.
Oh, dude. It is... Look, Reed Richards is an asshole, an arrogant asshole. So there definitely is an episode out. I don't know if I had it out but at the end of last month, or if I put it at the beginning of this month. When I went on vacation, things kind of got screwed up, and yeah. But also there will be one literally next week with Ron coming back on, and we're going to be talking about what'd you pick? Grim Fairy Tales? I don't remember what you picked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you grabbed for. No, I'm sure by the time this comes out, we recorded it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, man, I don't remember that at all. But yeah, I think it was Grim Fairy Tales.
Yeah, whatever you picked 3 months ago. What else do we have going on? Yeah, so I think that's everything. Song was done by Cam. I've got a lot to take care of, and not a lot of time to do it because I've got PopCon coming up this weekend.
Woohoo!
And,
Yeah,
I've
oh
got
my
a-
gosh, dude. So I still need to work on my
Uh-huh.
costume, but we've been working on Alfie's costume.
Yeah.
And she's going as Audrey 2 from
Audrey 2.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay.
And like, I'm gonna send you guys the pictures of the headpiece that we've made for her because it is so fucking awesome.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But anyways, bye.
So yeah, that being said, that's all I got. Our next movie.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back, Chris.
What the fuck is that?
We're watching Star Trek Generations next week.
Oh shit! Joey's getting a strike next week. Hell yeah! All
Possibly,
right.
very possible. We're getting into the Next Generation crew, and if I remember correctly, this one definitely isn't great.
If I remember anything, go ahead, check the backlog, check the archives. You guys, I was like, hey, I'm fairly optimistic because we're starting to get into the Next Generation, which is objectively the better Star Trek. And you and Chris proceeded to go, except for Generations.
Yeah.
So,
You know why? Because
Yeah.
who's still in Generations?
Shatner.
Yeah, it's Shatner.
Yeah.
It's Shatner
Anyway.
trying to be the center of attention. Shocker.
Yep, 100%. So,
Who's your favorite mystery solving dog, Chuck?
Oh, that'd be Scooby Doo. I love that guy.
we really want to get out.